Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Fall of Cybertron, and today we're going from hot fuse placing action to stealth espionage action with Cliffjumper and his cloaking out in the Sea of Rust. And with me on this adventure, as usual...
Hey everybody, it's Lost RoboCat here, and I hope you'll enjoy this next stage where we get to be teased by the best character in the show not being playable just yet, and hang out instead with War Crimes Red Bumblebee.
Yeah.
And I will explain as we go on why I call him the War Crime Autobot.
Well, there's plenty of reasons, so let's go ahead and get in there then.
This is as close as I can get to Grimlock's last known location until the rust storm clears up.
It'll have to do, Sideswipe. You ready, Cliffjumper? Always.
Try not to have too much fun without me.
Alright, just keep your channels open in case the rescuers need some rescuing. Let's do it.
Oh, Jazz, you're still so fucking awesome.
Cliffjumper will never clean that fist.
My sensors are jammed. Optics barely working. Keep moving. We gotta find cover. Through here.
This pairing is actually a little bit of a callback to G1 in and of itself, because Jazz and Cliffjumper were paired a lot way back when as well.
Sideswipe, this is Jazz. We're in, but stay close, okay?
Will do. Sideswipe out.
Cliffjumper, over here.
Jazz, that ship's markings match the one that was stolen from the base.
It's a good bet Grimlock used it.
Grimlock becoming less and less likable just by the way he's like abandoning posts, just running away.
Jazz does not have a very high opinion of him, that's for certain.
I got the ship logs. Grimlock did use it. He and his team were tracking an energy spike here in the Sea of Rust. See? Under control, baby.
Can't believe you outranked me.
Cliffjumper's just jealous.
It looks like Grimlock made his way through here.
Block leaves quite the trail.
There! We got company. Time to play hide and seek.
Decepticons?
Cloaking works best if you keep quiet.
Sweep the area. We don't want any visitors like before. Yes, sir.
Keep it down until we find out why they're here. Take him out.
The new cloaker's working great. The door's sealed shut.
I see an access tunnel behind all that junk.
I'll take care of that.
Field recon transmission. I've reached the reservoir in question and sampled the liquid substance thought to be corrupted energon. In fact, initial tests are conclusive only in the negative sense. The substance in question is not dark energon. Repeat, it is not dark energon. All I can conclude at this point is that the substance appears to be some kind of byproduct created in the refinement of energon. To what end Decepticons are refining energon in this locale is undetermined.
Well, Grimlock was on something.
Yep.
We'll find Grimlock faster if we split up.
Keep your channel open. See you inside.
Yeah, so the achievement for this level is essentially up to a certain point, don't get spotted.
Right, and I actually have to fail it to show off one of the cool Easter eggs here, so don't expect me to be showing that off. One thing I will mention, though, you, the more observant of you, might have noticed that we have a lot less money than last time.
Jazz, you reading this?
Keep your distance.
Maybe we can ask him which way Grimlock went. It's like a dead end. I see a crane, but can't reach it. Any ideas?
There's a control room on your left. Try over there.
That would be because one of us decided to leave a bunch of money in from his practice runs, and I had to fix things.
Hey, whatever. There's no rule against playing multiple times to, you know, make sure you get everything.
No, it's just that it's not terribly fair to leave a bunch of money in there. So, in the interest of fair play, I restricted how much cash I had.
Coming from somewhere. Grimlock knew something we didn't. Find a way upstairs.
There's the blueprint for the corrosive slime cannon, which you picked up in the first video where we could actually pick up weapons, and had a bit of a go with. And here's a new one.
This is the subsonic repeater. That was the one I picked up right after Jazz let us in. I like the subsonic repeater a fair amount. It's basically a submachine gun, and it can be really useful up close, but it's more useful in multiplayer than it is in single player.
Good luck, soldier.
Cliff, picking up a lot of Decepticons just ahead.
I'll deal with them. Just find a way for me to reach that control room.
I've always thought it was weird how the Decepticons there would start stretching. It's just like, what benefit is that getting you exactly? You don't have muscles.
Maybe they just have idle animation routines.
That's a fun little weapon, but it's not one that serves me right now, so I won't be picking out.
Control? Nah, he's no Megatron. Better than Shockwave. That guy gives me the creeps. And his pets. Oh, don't get me started. I saw what they did to those Autobots.
Did he say Shockwave?
Did he say pets?
Yeah, we'll be getting a lot more out of Shockwave these next few next
Yeah,
few
Shockwave
episodes.
is a really big player in this one, and the stealth action in this level is actually not trivial. Since I mean that was supposed to be a silent kill, but shows how much that worked for us.
I think it's probably worth noting, we'll hear him soon, I'm guessing in a log. I can't quite remember which logs are in this one. That sadly, Shockwave does not have the voice that Pop-Tarts Ninja used in Let's Plays.
He's lines in this episode, unfortunately, but...
He will definitely next episode.
Because I blasted all you fools.
Cliff, you know you have a cloaker, right? Cliff, the controls for the trash compactor are just ahead. Use it to hitch a ride.
So this is the place that opens when you get detected, because this is where the shotgunners come out of, and apparently the shotgunners are a big fan of RC.
I don't know, there's like bullet holes in the picture.
yeah, but it's not like on her face or anything like that. Also, that pose, seriously, man, that's a cheesecake pinup right there.
Interesting to note, in like, I think in some of the Dreamwave comics, RC was reimagined as having been forcibly gender reassigned because Transformers having a concept of gender was quite silly.
Never have I observed such a traumatizing sight. An entire city of rust. Everything down to the last bolt is encrusted. Severe oxidation, pitting the metal surface, gradually deforming its shape. I fear for the health of all Autobots. The supply of energon may be on every Cybertronian's mind, but I have observed the encroaching influence and effects of rust on many Autobots. We must be ever vigilant to its presence, or this city will overtake us all.
Cliff, where are you anyway?
Getting my sneak on.
That is new information to me. I didn't realize that something that, quite frankly, dark was in one of the Dreamwave comics.
It's a thing. It was like I haven't actually read the comic myself. I just read lots of Transformers wikis because I always like to keep up on seeing what everyone's doing to everybody.
I think I can position that crane to get across.
That thing looks pretty rusty, Cliff. Don't make a scene.
It'll be fine.
Records indicate probationary.
Yeah, the stealth section pretty much the stealth achievement pretty much ends around when you get on that compactor, for a very good reason.
For that reason, I'm very
It's whisper quiet.
I'm very specifically speaking here, so we can auto duck this for you guys to call. Be grateful.
See?
Yeah, that wasn't loud at all.
Jazz isn't even in the building. You can hear it.
Cliff, you got company.
I mean, the dude's right. That was a terrible idea.
I gotta love Jazz.
They got rockets.
Oh boy, it gets a bit hectic here, doesn't it?
Yeah, playing on hard like I am, damage here actually becomes a big deal. I chose to play on hard simply because this level is supposed to be about stealth, but without hard mode on, you can kind of just blast your way through.
Cliff, It's no use, man. Get out of there.
I hate it when you're right!
Yeah. Interestingly enough, that dialogue there changes if you manage to destroy all of them before the crane arrives.
That one's always the one that I've preferred.
Yeah, because Jazz
Because,
is right.
quite frankly, Jazz is right.
There's a reason why he's like one of the most trusted Autobots in pretty much like all the Autobots. Like Optimus relies on Jazz a lot.
Clem, you there? I'm in the...
And that's our unique enemy for this level, the Guardian. Basically, they've got two modes.
That car is using a stealth cracker. That beam will see right through your cloak.
And as Jazz just pointed out, they can see right through your cloak. And they are fucking tough.
You never really want to engage them if you can avoid it.
Yeah, you don't want to take them head on, because I just emptied a freaking scrap maker into those jerks.
Pick it up. Brace yourself.
And it almost didn't do the job.
Jazz, you alright?
Well, be glad you're inside. This rust isn't doing my gears any favors.
I hear more Decepticons. Time to go dark.
Yeah, so this is like this Rust City is in a way another example of one of the things that goes wrong during an apocalypse scenario, particularly a resource apocalypse scenario. In that, in this case, if Energon was water, you would basically just be seeing large expanses of the planet starting to become uninhabitable, and forcing more and more people to move together as if the need for resources.
I evaded detection more than any other Autobot. Me, the invisible scout. The vents are also an excellent place to launch an ambush on the enemy. I held my own for many cycles, but Decepticons are tireless, and I, running low on Energon, was not. Time has no meaning to an Autobot in stasis. No meaning at all.
I've never really figured out who the hell that's supposed to be. I think it's just like some random mook, but, I mean, he clearly thinks of himself as way too important.
Audio logs. That's all we hear about these days. Since the general evac order went round, all current Cybertronians are expected to record their impressions, recollections, and insights as to how we got into this calamitous mess. For the data net. For posterity. What do I know about posterity? You want my expert opinion for your audio logs? Here it is. You see a Guardian before he sees you? Put out his lights. Once he knows you're there, your grease is pretty much fried.
He's such a tryhard. Whoever he is.
Also, this is what happens when your movement triggers bug out. God damn it, fall.
Well, it literally was.
Ancient explorers, huh?
What?
I still think I liked Cliffjumper for the 5 minutes he was voiced by Dwayne Johnson.
Oh yeah. Always worth mentioning the Rock voiced him in Transformers Prime.
Yeah, for the 5 minutes he was alive. I mean, this is totally not a spoiler because he is literally killed off like 5 minutes into the first episode.
Primus, would you look at that? Jazz, I've stumbled into some kind of ancient map room of the universe.
Does the map point to something big and ugly named Grimlock?
No. Jazz, you should see this place. It's beautiful.
Well, that's nice. Write a poem about it and move on.
Jazz will change his tune on that. Once he gets to Earth and wakes up,
And he hears, the music that gives him his name.
Jazz?
It's like his entire thing in Generation 1. He loves human music so much that he just names himself after the coolest form of music.
he gets himself one of the coolest forms, and he names himself after the music he really likes.
Those Autobots must be found.
Really? I thought it might be a good idea to just let them wander wherever. In fact,
I'll just draw them a map of the whole facility with all our secret plans. I don't know how to respond.
Cliff jumper, glass gas is not available.
And this is why he's a war criminal, by the way. Glass gas.
Glass gas was Cliffjumper's signature weapon, and essentially it is, it propels a rather nasty gas that turns whoever it hits, basically their body becomes extremely brittle and starts to shatter off, which is kind of horrible. So yeah, he uses gas on people. He's kind of the worst of the war criminals.
Yeah, poison gas. I mean, it's very horrifying gas too.
We stepped in it now. One was toughen up.
Shift it down a gear, Jazz.
So I picked up the Cyber Corruptor for this engagement. This is it's a very unique special weapon, and you'll see exactly what's up with it here in a minute.
I thought we were all on the same side. Starscream is always on his side, period.
I love the Decepticon moves in this game.
Oh yeah. I love Cliffjumper's animations for taking these guys out too. They're really very visceral. I quite enjoy them.
There's like none of them that are actually stealthy. All of them are just extremely fucking violent.
Cars must be getting paranoid. Find a way around if you don't want to get fried.
Cliffjumper he's very skilled.
What is happening? Cliffjumper.
He's very skilled.
He just knocked the shit out of the air next to him. I was gonna say, yeah, it looks really cool when you take a Guardian out. No, it doesn't. Not anymore.
It's also not terribly cool when they hear you from a million miles away like that.
Yeah, that was kind of a bit much. Oh, and then they know exactly when you're coming because, well, I don't know.
Because they're Guardians. Anyway, so the Cyber Corruptor converts an enemy over to your side for a short period of time. It's pretty much required for fighting these Guardians because you want them shooting at something that's not you.
Yeah, you can skip a lot of the combat in this area.
You actually have to kill like only a handful of Decepticons in this entire level, which for a stealth mission is very good. I mean, obviously that's not how I roll.
Secure this room.
Yes, sir.
I mean, High Moon at least deserve credit for making a stealth mission actually a stealth mission.
I almost decided to hit that guy with a Cyber Corruptor as well, but that glance back at me with a Stealth Cracker scared me good enough.
Yeah, just sort of just missed you 5 millimeters.
I was just like, oh god.
Make it work in Shockwave. That guy is scary smart. You think everyone is scary smart. Probably because everyone's smarter than you. I don't get it. I didn't think you would.
The Decepticons in this level just knock it out of the park with banter.
There must be like a rule, like set in place like since Megatron's time. You've got to pair one idiot up with one sarcastic guy.
So yeah, it isn't terribly loud to execute somebody like that, but it's not silent either. And that's how it's supposed to look when Cliffjumper isn't fucking around.
Didn't see that coming, did you?
Nobody sees it coming when you're invisible.
Jealous?
I don't need invisibility. I'm that good.
He's not lying either. He's that good.
Yeah, he actually isn't.
Massive sword scrapes, trail of destruction. Yeah, Grimlock went through here. Wow. Grimlock doesn't leave much of a chance, does he?
You're giving him too much credit. Grimlock's a hothead.
I just respect the direct approach, that's all.
Says the guy who's equipped with a cloaker.
Yeah, he's built with an inbuilt. He appreciates the direct approach so long as he can gas people to death, basically.
Not much is known about the civilization that once spanned across what is now the Sea of Rust. Its history has been lost to time and oxidation. What is for certain is that its technology and culture predates the Civil War by a few millennia. Rumors persist, though unsubstantiated, of a massive explosion being the cause that abruptly ended all sentient life there and created the Sea of Rust. Whether this explosion was an accident of some lost technology or the result of a hostile conflict will be debated for ages to come.
Cliff Jumper, we gotta move. That rust storm is picking up again.
Jazz, look out!
No!
Jazz? Jazz! Do you read me? Scrap, he fell right into a Decepticon patrol.
Man, this is not a pretty sight out here. Hello.
That was creepy as hell.
Like a giant glowing set of eyes, say, to give you a good grief.
Jazz, you there?
Would have been better he had like green eyes with little lasers coming out.
Don't worry, buddy. I'm coming.
See, not quite in the security wall. You know, I'm okay.
You were attached to a Decepticon. I'm pretty sure that counts as security clearance.
Ha! I turned on my cloak there because Cliff Jumper literally is quieter when his cloak is on, so you have fewer of the bullshit detections that have been plaguing me this level.
I usually have a much rougher run of it myself. I tend to like to play stealthily, but I always seem to just... These guys always just seem to turn around on me. You're keeping a very good pace, I like it.
Hey. Cliff, you there?
I'm glad to hear you're still functioning.
Well, I'm pinned down. I'm gonna need some help.
I still have no idea how that dude failed to spot me.
Over here.
Yeah, I still haven't gotten tired of the animation yet. Oh, this guy's figured it out.
I'm sitting here trying to decide whether or not I should attack him or not. Now, then I remembered I have the clutch.
You'll chase that little thing around. And
Pretty much.
Give you something to do all the hard work. God, it's just name. Its name is like the most suitable thing ever. Clutch.
Remember my coordinates? Nah, got him. On my way.
Unfortunately, the clutch also respects the direct approach, as Cliff Jumper puts it.
Cliff Jumper, the guard's nearly on top of me.
Don't move, Autobot. I know there were two of you. Where is your partner?
Partner? No, I was just out here for a little me time, you know?
God damn it, Clutch.
No, Clutch knows. He's got to save Jazz. He's got to do it. There's no time.
Yeah, I want it on record that if I had tried to eat that much fire, I would have died like halfway through it.
You're welcome. Oh, that was close. Hey, you think you can lift this thing off me?
No Ironhide. But I get the job done.
Storm clearing. Gonna have cars on our position in no time. Quick, follow me. Oh yeah!
I do like you guys just sort of staying there with them for like there's this awkward moment as they're all just like, wait,
they
what?
don't really process that there was some dude that just kind of came down and took away one of their comrades.
What the frack are those?
And yet another new kind of
Yep,
enemy.
the snipers. They attach themselves to walls, zero in on you, and then blast you with what amounts to a sniper rifle.
And they're ridiculously flimsy, easy to kill. They telegraph their attacks a mile away. I don't think I've ever had trouble with these guys in any like level.
Yeah, they can theoretically become a problem if you are preoccupied with somebody on the ground and they sort of like backstab you or whatever. But beyond that, I mean, if they're not supported, they're just free kills.
You're coming with me.
I don't know what Jazz is doing with that other guy up there.
It's a wonderful question.
I want to know.
Mostly did that because I had no idea what else to do.
This looks tricky.
shotgun time.
Yeah, this is not a situation you want to be in on hard mode.
Yeah, you're in his range.
Nice job, Cliff.
Scrap, looks like it caved in.
I got this.
Need to replace that damn thing.
Show up! Can you lift that thing?
No.
Let me have it.
They have the solution for everything in this team. It's like, you know, grapple beams, bombs,
What more do you need?
cloaks.
Wow. Grimlock?
It's like it looks like it fucking needs a dinging sound for like answer correct.
The same thing the cons are after. Whatever that is. Nobody's heard from Grimlock or his team since.
Grimlock has a team?
They call themselves the Lightning Strike, something or other.
That's terrible. Jess, look.
Interesting. This facility is collecting the toxic byproduct of energon refining. There must be an energon supply nearby.
Picking any energy readings up?
The storm is still mucking my signal, but... Cliff, I'm detecting a faint distress.
So there's a invisible wall there, so you can't actually go up and say hi to Jazz for reasons unknown.
It's rude to look over the screen with somebody else.
I guess so.
Exactly what I needed.
And there's our last blueprint. It's a sniper rifle.
Records indicate probationary status for you, Cliff Jumper.
Probationary status. Yeah, they've obviously just let him out of his cell after he gasped at like a Decepticon kindergarten.
Yeah, I'm leaving you like no money, but I'm gonna need it.
Yeah, that's alright.
Good luck, soldier.
Distress signals coming from that pit.
You mean the one they're sealing up like a safe?
Because this set piece right here, it's a very long combat encounter, and you can get worn down and taken out pretty easily.
I won't lie, in the many times I've played this game, I've finished this stage once. Now whenever I play it, I play up to this part and just kind of stop, and then just go to the next level.
So it's a good thing that that I'm up here.
Yes. This LP would go nowhere otherwise. So they can wing you pretty bad if they get you, but that was just like, you know, you had your shield on. So
That was really me standing still and letting them hit me too. I mean, I thought I was gonna kill him before he could get his shot off, but shows what I know.
They've got that kind of high-pitched robotish noise that like sort of sounds like those terrible droids from Star Wars. You know, like the ones that just go Roger Roger. I think someone, like, I'm sure someone I know just calls them the Rogers because
I like that that idea. So something that a bunch of people missed in this particular game is that there is such a thing as a combat cloak and a combat execution.
Oh yeah, I use the hell out of it.
It only really becomes relevant in this set piece, but yeah, there is such an animal, and it is beautiful.
Yeah, gets the job done big time. It's not so easy to use when your enemies are, you know, cloak-seeing, cheating Guardian jerkwads, but against the mooks, yeah.
In hindsight, I probably shouldn't have bought that clutch.
No, he's doing work.
Cliff, I rigged the bomb.
Be there in a parsec.
A parsec is a unit of distance, Cliff Jumper.
Yo, he had to get over that.
Experimental cloaking technology test subject, Cliff Jumper.
So yeah, this next action is as hard as it gets, at least in the first half of the game.
Oh yeah, this is.
Good luck, soldier.
Bomb's on its way. Once it's loaded, escort it to the hatch and I'll arm it remotely. Should be more than enough fireworks to crack that lid.
You are gonna wait till I get clear, right?
We'll see.
Jazz would always wait till you get clear.
So defensive actions?
And now here's how you're actually supposed to use the power.
Yeah. It's a defensive action, so the power core is very useful. But yeah, there are shotgunners all the hell over, and while the mooks target the bomb, the shotgunners will only target you. It gets rough. So I needed infinite ammo for my scrap maker, plus double damage to make sure I got through this.
Yeah, oh man, the first time I did this, fortunately it was the only time I had to do this, but it's pretty much a case of I never want to do this again, and it was pretty much with like one sliver of health left.
Yeah.
On the bomb.
Yeah, you will find that even with all of those advantages, that's very swiftly where I'm heading.
Throw grenades at it too, which is just like, no, why? Please stop.
Oh god, I'm almost out of health.
Please stop blowing up my bomb. Yeah, I believe you messaged me about this, saying hard mode may have been a bad idea. You know, hindsight.
Oh man, certainly got my adrenaline pumping.
Oh yeah, it's exciting.
So I also found out that you can execute shotgunners here. This is something I did not know before.
The detonator ain't responding. You're gonna have to set the timer off manually. Gonna need to plant a det pack on the bomb.
Yeah, so after all that, we still need to explode it.
Thanks.
I hate escort missions where the outcome like ends up being, you know, more or less what you get.
Nice job, Cliff.
Ooh, that's a long way down. You stay here. Keep an eye out.
What? No. I'm not called Cliff Jumper for nothing. You stay here. I'll take the plunge.
Later!
That's cheating!
Cliff had a strong argument there, but it was defeated by just pure awesomeness. So I'm okay with this.
Yeah, that was a suitable retort.
So after 30 minutes of teasing us with his presence, next mission we will actually be able to play as Jazz, but of course I will not be the one doing that.
I've been looking forward to this since like 4th of Cybertron.
While we were planning this LP, he seriously called this mission. It was like the first words out of his mouth.
Yeah, it was pretty much just literally, yeah, I am doing the Jazz part. But to talk about this level, what I like the most about this level is quite possibly the arrangement of the visuals, because one of the big criticisms of Fall of Cybertron was that everyone was kind of like, everything was a dull metal. Everything was just different shades of like blue and purple, and a lot of reviews complained about that, even though, you know, we're on Cybertron, what can you do about it? So obviously High Moon have taken this to heart, taken a look at what they could do, and I really think they came up with a very good solution to this, and they've come up with a location that fit the theme of what they were doing, fit the ideas of what they were doing, and of course it's all a brighter, rustier metal.
It also changes the tenor of what we're talking about. Instead of talking about something that's basically an eternal city, you actually have ruins, so you have a different aesthetic as well, which is really half of what people were complaining about. You were basically in an eternal city the entire game of War for Cybertron, and you know, again, I didn't feel that was a thing because you're on Cybertron. It's an entire world with giant robots, man. Get over it. But High Moon apparently was like, no, we can work with this, and that requires rare dedication.
Yeah, it's one of the many marks of High Moon's excellent attitude and excellent ideas and concepts and work going into these games. Like, it always comes out looking like a labor of love, and a lot of people who haven't played this game already in the thread are saying, wow, I had no idea there was like an excellent Transformers game like this. Why weren't more people talking about it? And, well, you know, we are. So.
Yeah, there you go. And next time we'll continue talking about it with the best character in Cut and Run.
Yeah, and what you might consider to be the best rendition of a sewer level. Technically is one, but you wouldn't have known it if I hadn't just said it.
So until then, folks, I've been Cool Guy.
I've been the Lost Robot Guy.
Take care of yourselves and all those you love, folks.